Hello everyone, my name is John Michael Bushman and welcome back to Master Duel. And I'm not gonna mince words, this is a farewell video. Not to this deck, but to the Queen, as you can see highlighted right there. This will be the last time I will have a recorded session with Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal. Gotta say, I'm gonna miss her. We're gonna have to work extra hard for our lines now. And even with her ban, I still think this deck will survive. It will just not be as easy to get into the engine once she is away. But don't get me wrong, it will still be doable. It will just be a little harder. So, without wasting any more time, let's get right into this Agnus Dei. Alright, we won the Dairo at least. Let's see what kind of combo I can make. And pretty decent hand. And if my voice sounds a little odd today, it's because I am sick. I have a really bad case of the allergies right now, and oh boy, it is not going well. I may have to take a break in the coming days, sadly. So we're gonna try and do our combos here, and opponent likely has a drone Lockbird because it paused like that. So we are. I don't think we're dead though. Now that I'm thinking about it, but we are. Actually, no, we might actually just be dead. Oh no. Alright, sure. We can just pass back and hope that Fualos and Ash Blossom carry us here. So, there's that. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my god. Yeah, we definitely Ash Blossom that, and if that doesn't solve our problems, well, we are definitely just dead here. Let's see, and I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. I'm gonna leave that in. But, do they have another one? Oh, okay, they're gonna use Yubel here, and, yeah, they're just gonna combo off, but I wanna see what variant this is, because having Yubel herself isn't indicative of anything. Okay, Deception of the Sinful Spoils. Oh, okay, there we go. It's Azamina. Alright, cool. We're definitely dead here, and I'll just see you guys in the next duel. Man, that was a quick first one. Lost the Dairo, so let's see what kind of bullshit my opponent's gonna put me on. Deck is slightly thicker than normal. We have Ash Blossom, but not much else. Although we do have talents for my turn, should it come to that. Oh, playing against fish, so there's that. We don't stop that, unfortunately. As much as I want to, a lot of their other stuff searches anyway. But come to think of it, if I don't stop this, then they're gonna keep their gravy train rolling anyway, so I guess I'll stop the fish wherever I can, because this deck plays on an axis that most meta decks aren't exactly prepared for. So we're gonna see if this stops us, or rather them, but hey, it stopped them pretty goddamn hard, and without even us having to do too much. So let's move on to the next game. I lost the Dairo, but my opponent made me go first, so let's see what is up for me here. We can get into our homemade Called by the Grave here. We just need to shuffle these two away. No, I'm gonna turn that on once it comes back to my turn. Unfortunately, if we do this, Fualos will no longer be available to us. But I think that's a risk I'm willing to take. And we also have a Called by the Grave, should it come to that. So at least we have two variants of that, and we have a lot of graveyard stuff covered. But if my opponent doesn't play with the graveyard at all, then we're going to be in a deep trouble here. Or, you know, any monster effect for that matter. But this is basically Called by the Grave. Copies 3 and 4. So there's that. So let's see. I mean, as long as Phantom of Yubel is not limited to 1, Yubel decks can still thrive somewhat. So there's that. And there's also a new selection pack coming soon, which has Necroquip Princess, and a lot of Fiendsmith decks have that. So I'm going to be pretty excited to slot that into this deck. Not we'll be losing Beatrice. Definitely get rid of that. Then I'll use Phantom of Yubel here to get rid of everything else. Do you have a Called by the Grave or a Crossout Designator? Forbidden Droplet. Okay, sure. That is something. What are you gonna send to the graveyard to negate your basically the only out that I have on field? You better discard a dragon that you don't necessarily need. Okay, sure. That is fine. But if my opponent plays what's his name, Genroku, and he has one in the graveyard, well, I might still have it here. If they even do that. Okay, Dora Dora is something, unfortunately, so we're gonna see what he gets first. I am actually not sure if Genroku starts a chain, but I don't think it does. Okay, cool. He adds, okay, gets Chandra. That is fine. I guess we're just dead, question mark. Okay, yep, Dora Dora doing its thing. Let's see, checks the top. Okay, it's not a dragon, but I know he has an imperm coming soon. I have a replay where Dora Dora here hard carried me pretty goddamn far, and it was the only one that I had on the field at that time, the whole game rather, and it's insane how well it went. So okay, there's that. I don't know why you would do it that way, but okay, what are you gonna summon back? I'm assuming the level 3, because you need to get to your level 10. But I may have to stop that. Actually, no. Yes, I will stop that. If you do indeed choose the level 3. Choosing that. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll just get rid of your tuner access. There you go. It's limited to 1 for a reason, so there's that. And I highly doubt that they'll be unlimiting a lot of the Tenpai stuff like within the next 5 years or so, because it's way too consistent of an OTK deck. But we do have only 1 card in hand, and my opponent cannot exactly combo off too hard. They're gonna have to do it next turn. Ooh, they have a set, so that's maybe Called by the Grave or the Infinite Impermanence that I saw earlier. They may have already drawn it. Ash Blossom is not gonna do much, unfortunately, but we do have defenses against whatever it is my opponent could potentially do. So we shall see. Let's see if Fuwalos here gets something out of my opponent, but I guess the moment they get into the level 10, we're not gonna be able to do too much anyway. We'll just draw cards and then die with cards in hand anyway, so that's just how it goes more often than not. We're gonna have to Ash Blossom that, but they're gonna get into their level 10 anyway. So I'll just see you guys either at the next duel or at the next interesting point, should I even survive this. Lost a die roll, my opponent made me go second. Let's see what kind of broken bullshit my opponent is going to be up to. We said they only have 1 hand trap, and I hope it'll be enough. So we shall see. Opponent is playing on a basic field and only has a mate to show for it. Normally you don't hand trap this, but it's Dark Magician, so literally hand trapping any of their normal summons is usually more than enough to slow the deck down. But if they have a follow-up for this, then it's going to be a-okay. That's something, and that's normally what they would have searched for anyway. If not that, then Dark Magic Circle. But we're gonna see how far they go from here. Alright, I'm getting Magician's Souls, sure. But definitely stopping this is going to ruin their day just by a little. So, and yeah, about what I expected. And let's see what the draw is off the top. Nothing too exciting, unfortunately. So we're gonna get our Called by the Grave here from the extra deck, or as some people have preferred to call it, the Link Zero for Yubel. There we go. Then we activate Engraver's effect. Let's see how far we go before my opponent concedes, but they're not conceding yet, so they probably have decent hand traps. So we do that, then we get Luri, there we go. Then discard the Luri, there we go. And then Luri activates, we put Luri here. And then we activate that. Unfortunately, we have to get to Requiem right away because I don't want to have to use the Phantom here yet. So there we go. Then rather than tribute this off to get one of the other Fiendsmith guys, we're gonna do this instead. There we go. Actually, no, we should actually get it, now that I'm thinking about it, because we'll have enough material on board, and we'll have enough material anyway, so yeah, we'll be fine, so we summon the other one. And I believe we'll have enough material. Yeah, we'll have 3. So we'll just get Desiree. There we go. So 1 and 2. Oh wait, no, we can go even further. Now that I'm thinking about it, because my opponent seemingly is not gonna be doing anything anyway. So we're gonna go full ham here. So we will fuse this, and yeah, both of them are hard ones per turns anyway, so I guess we'll be fine. We'll set this here. There we go. And then we'll activate Lacrima. We'll summon back the Agnus Dei. There we go. Put him in defense position. And finally, we'll get the card that will be banned by the time you're watching this video. We're gonna get Beatrice. There she goes. There she is. Alright. Then we will Foolish Burial something from the deck. So we'll detach Lacrima there. We will Foolish away some these nuts. There we go. And then we will go into Muckracker. There we go. Lagging a little there. Then we get Muckracker down. We won't be needing that, so we'll just discard it. We will revive Samsara these nuts. We'll discard Abominable Chamber. Samsara these nuts goes into attack position. Then we do this. It's just for follow-up. We're just going to try to assemble lethal here, if possible. So let's do this. Okay, we do that. We're still gonna search, but we're gonna add it to hand because we already have one on the field. There we go. Then that happens. And then this. We will destroy this. No, Muckracker, you're gonna do your job later. We will add this to hand. There we go. And then we'll trigger Spirit of Yubel. We'll do that later again. And then we do this. There we go. And then we trigger Grave Squirmer. We'll set him down. We'll destroy YuGiOh. No, we'll still not use Muckracker. We'll activate Yubel's effect. We'll summon the big one. There we go. Then, do we have a level 1? I believe we have a level 1. Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, wait, no. We won't be able to go too far, unfortunately. But, I think we'll still be able to do what I need to do here. So, we got a Yama. There we go. Yeah, I mean, there are no targets for him anyway, so that's fine. We do that, then we do this. And then we do this. Then we'll get Grave Squirmer. There we go. Then we'll summon Yubel because it will allow us to get some out of these nuts out. And we're gonna swing in for a bit of damage first. And there we go. We're gonna swing in for 32. There we go. And then this. And then swing in for 2k. Well, 400. And then 1,000. There we go. And then main phase a 2. Yeah, now that I think about it, I think it's just better to go into Unchained Soul of Rage. There we go. So that we have more protection for our next turn. And yeah, there we go. A decent board, made possible only by Beatrice. So yeah, we'll definitely lose a lot of these lines once she gets banned. And we're gonna find ways to get to what we need, unfortunately. Magician's Souls, you've been struggling the whole game, unfortunately, so we're gonna shotgun this now. Unless, of course, you have a Called by the Grave in there. But because priority passed back to me so quickly with Sharvara's thing there, I mean, it's the only way. So we get Spirit of Yubel. No, I won't do that. We'll get YuGiOh. There we go. Now we'll put it here on the rightmost side. Do you have a normal summon there, opponent? If any. But if you don't, I may just run away with this. Well, emphasis on may, because I may still, you may still have something in there. Okay, that wasn't special summoned, so it will push through. So keep going, opponent. Unless you have a way to get rid of Nightmare Pain, then you are going to die, unfortunately. Okay, yep, Dark Magical Circle has been what they were looking for this entire game. So let's see. Okay, yep, playing Dark Magic Circle, sure. We don't have a way to respond to that, unfortunately, unless my opponent special summons something. In that case, we will have a way to get rid of it. Because if I remember correctly, they have a fusion monster that protects their back row from destruction, but it does not protect them against banishing, so we definitely have a way around it. If we even get to that point. Okay, Apprentice Illusion, sure. She was special summoned, so She's going to add a Dark Magician, but we're going to do our thing here. We're gonna link her away. Then once the excuse me, once SP Little Knight is summoned, we're gonna get rid of the Dark Magic Circle. There we go. Yeah, with the Dark Magician deck, just snip everything at the bud as much as possible, and then you're gonna win eventually anyway. So SP Little Knight, do your thing. We're gonna banish away the Dark Magic Circle. Because the entire engine revolves around it. Might as well get rid of that. Yep, going to battle phase. I'm assuming crashing into SP Little Knight here, but you're going to be forced to attack into Yubel anyway, so that's 3200. So sorry for you, opponent, but that's just the way it is. And yeah, they surrendered. Well, that was a little anticlimactic, but hey, we take wins like this around here. Let's move on to the next duel. Won the die roll this time, and first time in this entire recording as well. So we opened with a cracked ass hand, stuff to bait out the negations that my opponent could potentially have. So we're gonna start with the opening of the Spirit Gates, see if that gets something out of my opponent. No, it does not. But if they have a Duel Lockbird here, now would be a good time as any to use it, but they do not. So we're gonna keep searching here, and well. If my opponent is not going to respond, then this is a combo that you've probably already seen multiple times. And I will spare you guys this time with my combos. And we'll just skip to my end board, so I'll see you guys there. Okay, we're back. And I ended with the most optimal Yubel board you can imagine. I was actually thinking throughout the entire time to go into the Fiend's Mid line in between, but that would walk into Nibiru just a little too hard than what I already was doing, so... this is fine. To be honest, this is fine. Opening with Spirit Gates and the Field Spell is an insane start for the Yubel side of things. And I didn't even need to go into Fiendsmith at all throughout the entire combo line. It will only be a bonus, if at all. And of course, the only reason most of the Yubel Fiendsmith stuff even have extended combo lines these days, well, I mean, that's one way to get rid of my board. So, alright, I guess we'll just turn this off. The only reason why they even go into the Fiendsmith line is because Appaloosa is banned in the paper game. I don't quite remember where she is banned. In the OCG, I know for a fact that she's banned, or if it's in the TCG. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't remember exactly where in the paper game she's banned. But she is banned somewhere, and that's the only reason why Yubel Fiendsmith fell off pretty goddamn quickly once everything started getting power crept, because there's no Appaloosa anymore. But no Fiendsmith was necessary for the combo, because Spirit Gates and Field Spell was more than enough, fortunately. They're fusing away stuff into Yubel, the Loving Defender Forever. Alright, cool. Using Fallen of Albaz as a super polymerization on legs, so that is definitely something. Unfortunately, Nightmare Throne is still a thing, surprisingly, because they still, you know, tributed, quote-unquote, tributed away, well, removed from field the stuff that I have, so there is that. Yeah, I would like to normal summon it, or rather, I would like to special summon it and then potentially wipe out my opponent's board. Although this, I believe, cannot be destroyed by battle artifacts, yeah, and they won't take any damage. But, yeah, what's going to happen when a lot of zero-attack creatures are going to be attacking each other? You'd better have a way to finish me off here, opponent, or we will literally just be staring at each other until somebody breaks their armor here. I am gonna miss this once it gets power crept. I'm just waiting for Raziel, Malice, and Blue Eyes to completely take over this game, and then eventually Dragon Tail, Yummy, and K9. Good God. Oh my god. Loved how Yu-Gi-Oh! Just continuously power creeps itself. Or, you know, it's not even... In my personal theory is that it's not necessarily power creep that keeps this game alive. It's just that people get so tired of playing the same deck over and over and over again that they just switch over to another deck once something new grows around. And if they say it's powerful, then that's the only time that... it's going to be significant. Yeah, you can't banish something that doesn't have attack. That's unfortunate. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a little interaction that I learned when this used to be in the deck. You can't banish something that doesn't have attack. So, yeah, we will be staring at each other for a bit while we figure stuff out. Although, I can just go into SP Little Knight here, all things considered, because it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, but it can be banished, so... if this doesn't work, then I am definitely doom screwed. But if it works, then oh boy, it's going to be something. And it's not going to. I mean, I don't have any other choice because I don't exactly have a lot. So there's that. We'll attempt to banish this. Hopefully, clear the way. If not, then we'll just banish it temporarily. If that happens, I mean, I am playing into an imperm column. I mean, they're both imperm columns if they are indeed imperm. Forbidden Droplet is nice. You can get you can use Loving Defender Forever as Sand Fodder, and I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. Okay. Because you didn't do that, I'll just use temporary removal then. So we banish this. Excuse me. Then we banish this temporarily only. So there's that. But that will give me free reign to attack into you opponent. So there is that. You should have. So basically, the monster that they have in hand is a banger. So let's do this. So we'll discard a card, preferably opening the Spirit Gates. There we go. And then we'll special summon Spirit of Yubel. Yep, there we go. Then once that's there, we don't exactly have targets for Nightmare Pain anymore. So we cannot exactly do too much here. And we can't revive that either. We need a way to... Hold on. This is one of those times where... Oh, wait, no, we can... Wow, this is the point in the line where we just go into Fiendsmith here. They only have one card in hand. What more can they do? So, there is that. So, we go into Moon of the Close Heaven. There we go. This is the plan B after all, so finally going to the Fiendsmith part. There we go. Then we do this. We do this. There we go. And then we get into the Fiendsmith part of these combos. There we go. Then we summon out Agnus Dei. There we go. Summon there, and then we equip, I guess, because there's literally destroy a dark monster in the dark monster in your hand or face-up field. I don't think I've no, I already normal summoned, and that was oh god, that was the Ash Blossom. Yeah. So I guess I'll just do this. Shuffle back in these guys. There we go. Excuse me. We do that, and then we just attack in for 2400 because my opponent literally has only that. Oh wait, no, because I use the effect of SP Little Knight, so I can't attack directly. So yeah, we'll just pass back, and SP Little Knight comes back. Then we'll just banish. We'll just temporarily get rid of Loving Defender again once it comes to that. Excuse me. Let me just wipe my nose down. Oh my god. This is what I get for recording while having the sniffles. I might actually cut the recording short today, simply because I am sick. But I'm gonna keep trucking on because I need to give the queen a proper send-off. God damn it. Oh my god. The start rather was really rough, but hopefully we'll get somewhere before this video ends. And we did get somewhere, and this is the best we got so far, so hopefully it'll be enough for the queen. But my opponent only has 2 cards in hand, and Loving Defender cannot exactly get rid of my other monsters because of Phantom Pain and of a 0 attack Yubel here on board. So they're gonna think a lot if they're gonna wanna get past this. Or they could just simply... Ooh! What in the actual fuck? Okay. Hold on. When this card is sent from to the graveyard, yeah, can attack directly, yes, but I think you're forced to attack into the Yubel monster regardless. Yeah, must attack. I don't think you can just attack directly here, opponent, if I'm reading this right. And yes, You can't. So you just gave me a really easy way to get to you, opponent. It's very slow, though, of course. Oh, is this a Typhon? I'm assuming it is. Okay, cool. Opponent, you do know I can negate that, right? And I have ways as well to get rid of it, like, permanently. Opponent. Okay, sure. Yeah. About what I expected. I'll just quote-unquote negate that with Phantom. Yeah. Don't know what my opponent was thinking, but hey, again, a win is a win. Let's move on to the next duel. Won the die roll, so let's see what kind of bullshit I can put up against my opponent. 2 hand traps is fine, but we only have... actually, we don't have any defenses at all. Good God. So we just put Dark Beckoning Beast down and see if it gets us anywhere. It does, but I'm not happy about it. Unfortunately. So we put this here in the middle, which will give my opponent some alarm bells as to what is I will be capable of doing. And let's see. So we put this down, and we go into Moon of the Close Heaven, and see if my opponent responds to this. We won't be able to do full combo, unfortunately, because we don't have the materials necessary. But it will get us... well, I can't... Well, we do have material, but unfortunately we'll have to shuffle away, or rather we'll have to discard one of the infinite impermanences. And I don't want to have to do that, unfortunately. But if it's necessary, then so be it. So we get Agnus Dei, and then what else is in the graveyard? Nothing much, unfortunately. So, oh wait, no, we can do this without losing too much. We'll have to give up one of the infinite impermanences. Oh my god. So we do this, and then we do this. We get sequence. There we go. We'll still have 3 negates at least, so with this line. I can push further, but I don't think I should, given how little resources I have. So, oh, we don't. Okay, cool. Hold on. Alright, I guess we'll have to push through with the other line then. This and this. There we go. Then we get Lacrima down. There we go. Then, Lacrima effect. I believe this guy, yeah, he hasn't activated any of his effects yet, so we'll add him to hand first. There we go. And then, we'll use his effect to discard him, and then we'll get Tracked, then we'll get Luri, and then Luri will be the one that will activate his self-resurrection effect. There we go. Alright. We found a way, Alright. So we get Luri, and discard Luri. There we go. And then Luri effect. We put him, I don't know, here, I guess. I'm not gonna skip on this combo. Oh, wait, did we already... Oh wait, no, because we don't have it in the graveyard yet. Right, I forgot about that. So, now what? Well, we can just go straight into Muckracker here. Now that I'm looking at it, because I already fused with sequence. So yeah, we just go into Muckracker. There we go. And now we move into the engraver. There we go. All right, we got there. We put sequence back. There we go. And it's like nothing happened. There we go. All right, cool. So, good thing I saw the line. There we go. All right, and we go into the queen. There we go. All right, cool. So this combo line should already be very familiar to a lot of you, and I'll just see you guys on my end board. Okay, welcome to my end board. We have a Link form of removal. We have some Samsara Nuts as a monster negate, and Phantom of Yubel as a monster negate, and Infinite Permanence as a monster negate, and of course we have the wonderful hand trap of Ash Blossom and Joyous Feet. We're gonna see if my opponent can punch through this. We literally have 1, 2, 5 points of interaction, so we're gonna see if my opponent can punch through it. I mean, some decks can. Some decks can punch through this, but we're gonna see how powerful my opponent is, if they even can. And surprisingly, I wasn't able to eat through all 300 seconds of my clock. Only 150, because usually when I do these lines, well, that's one way to get rid of it. I believe Muckracker triggers here. Doesn't? I'm not sure. Oh, okay, okay. So we're fighting against Tenpai. That's literally the only reason that they're doing what they're doing here. So yeah, we are definitely dead. Oh my god. Spend all that time and then I just get Tenpai'd. Well, I mean, that's what What? I did not expect trap tricks out of this configuration of cards, but hey, you never know with a best of one format like Master Duel. So yeah. While my opponent decides how they kill me here, I'll just report to you guys what interesting stuff happens in this duel, because definitely I'm most definitely dead. I just don't know how yet. So I'll see you guys. What? They're just negating one thing? Really? Really, opponent? Just one thing? What one thing are you going to negate? Muckracker is not going to help. Oh wait, no, because if you negate Muckracker, then the rest of my board gets wiped. Oh, okay, cool. Actually, that's still. Wait, because they're both destroyed. Wait, hold on. Hold on a minute. Hold on just a minute right there. I guess we summon back some sort of these No, wait, no. We add Spirit of Yubel to hand. This is Unchained's effect, right? Yeah, we add Spirit of Yubel to hand. There we go. And we're going to use Yama's effect to resurrect. I'm not sure which yet, though. So we'll find out who are the legal targets first. So Yama, who can we resurrect? Okay, we can't resurrect the Phantom of Yubel because it wasn't properly special summoned. Alright, cool. So we still have 3 negates. Still 3 negates. But I am not too confident about my odds after that Raigeki play, so... that was actually a very 4D chess move right there, negating the Muckracker because that is one-time destruction protection. So yeah, good on that. Yeah, because it's right here. If a monster would be destroyed by battle card effect, you can tribute a fiend instead. So she tributes herself so that the rest of the board is protected. So okay, that usually only happens in combat. By the way, at least in my personal experience, I did not think that it would work for board wipes as well. So yeah, opponent did not have a way to punch through that. All right, yeah, that will be it. And yeah, I really do have to cut it short. I am not feeling too well right now. I'm gonna have to rest up, unfortunately. And this is one hell of a send-off for Beatrice. The start was really rough, but we managed to pull through in the end, but mostly carried by Fiendsmith. Good god, that engine is way too good. And the upcoming pack doesn't include the new support yet. It will include the initial wave of Primite first. So Beryl won't be in the game yet, but it does include Necroquip Princess, which will take up the slot that Beatrice used to occupy in this deck. So yeah, there will be small updates to this deck in the near future. So I'm still gonna keep rocking this deck until then. And if you like what you saw, hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this among your friends. And until next time, toodles.